Hello there guys, and welcome back to another episode, Let's Play of March TV. So today, I just want to talk about Overwatch. Um, I have a lot of opinions about it. First of all, I want to say it's a really fun game. There's so many different classes and characters that you could just play throughout the entire game. Um, and it's really unique because they implement the MMORPG style into the shooter game. So it's like you'll have your tanks, your healers, your support, and your DPS. And then the way this kind of plays out is, let's say you're playing against an entire team of DPS, and you have your balanced team of tanks, healers, and DPS and support. The team with the balanced out stuff should ideally beat the team that's just straight DPS. But sometimes this is not always the case. You'll have a team full of support where really they're just using like these kind of tank sentry gun things like stand position machine guns, and they'll just own they'll own you. You'll have like no chance against them. They'll just keep using their machine guns killing you, and you'll just be like, wow, this is ridiculous. But it really all depends on your playstyle and how good your team is and how well they can work together. Um, right now I'm showing you some gameplay with the Reaper. I'm not really that good at it. Earlier, the very first few minutes, or the first minute was Tracer. The Tracer class is unique because it's not really meant for you to go into a group all by yourself. It's more like your team runs in there, and then when they're almost about to die, you go in there, finish them off, and let's say you accidentally messed up. Then you'll have this ability where you can go back in time and recover almost all of your HP basically, depending on how much of your HP they manage to take out. And right there, the really cool thing about Reaper is if you get up close, you can see I took out that one character earlier easily, but she took out a lot of my HP, and that class that was attacking me was actually a healer. So it's kind of crazy. And you always want to watch out for that red dragon. That red dragon, once you're in the way, you're pretty much guaranteed to die. One thing I really like about the Reaper is that you'll have this one ability where you turn kind of like into a Green Reaper, or like kind of like a Shadow Cloak guy, something like that. And you'll once you do that, they really can't damage you at all. And then if you can manage to get behind them or really up close to them, you're pretty much guaranteed to kill them. Though if you go against the tank like that little robot guy, you're pretty much dead because you're not gonna do enough damage. And here I try to go back behind them, but I felt like they kind of noticed me, so I was just like, screw it. I do want to say one of my favorite characters is the soldier. Soldier, it's just like a really fast character, and you get like a machine gun. It's like really, I think, the only class that's most like a shooter, like just gun based. All the other classes, yeah, they have guns, but this one's more like a Call of Duty style. I mean, when I was playing, the footage was really good, but when I started editing, it was just really crap. So, it wasn't really too laggy when I was playing, but the video tells another story. One really cool thing about this class is you can drop like a healing field, and you'll heal your characters, or you'll heal your teammate while you can heal yourself and do some damage. Right here, I used his ultimate where you basically get to aim and do a lot more damage to any enemy in your field of view. And one awesome thing about this video game is once you complete your match, it'll show like everyone that participated, or someone that did their best at this. Makes everyone feel kind of appreciated, and it's really unique to shooter game styles. And during that match, I actually apparently healed the most, which is kind of disappointing because I was using the soldier. And you would think, we would have a healer that would out heal me, but Al's actually doing most of the healing. Which is why we lost mainly. But I'm gonna get back to once the end, when you actually finish the match, makes everyone feel appreciated, like they did their part in making the team win. Like for me, I had the most healing done, so I guess you can say I did my part in healing, though I should have really been more damage because it's a DPS character, or I should have got at least most of the kills or most of the damage done. Though it seems like the support actually happens to do that. They happen to do most of the damage. I guess I messed up there. I mean, I don't really like this class because if you're using Tracer and you have that class going against you, you're pretty much guaranteed dying. Like the bow, I mean, it's okay, but somehow people are just freaking amazing with it. They're just overall like, I'll never miss. I'll do my best. It's pretty crazy. I didn't really think I added this footage in, but we'll see how it looks. Oh, there goes it. Oh. Thought they used their red dragon, but no. I think this part of the match is where we were just owning. Like, we didn't really lose at all. We're just owning it up. There goes that sentry gun guy. He turned into a tank, which, I mean, I don't think is really that overpowered. The tank kind of sucks, but when he's in his regular form, he's a little overpowered, in my opinion. There goes that bow guy, and I took him out easy. Easy peasy. Just gotta, move left to right, sway in all sorts of directions in order to easily kill him. Unless they're just as good as you and they can easily follow you. Or they just have aimbot and you have no chance. Now I do want to talk about the price you have to pay for Overwatch. I mean, it's a really fun game, but $59.99 just to play this, like just a multiplayer game, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, there's no missions like a regular MMORPG, kind of like when Rift first came out. You had your missions, just like kind of like WoW. You had your subscription, but it was worth the initial cost just to play the game and the subscription you had to play just to keep playing. Though with this game, you just pay $59.99, and there's really no subscription afterwards. You just pay and you play forever. But I think personally they should lower the price because there is really no storyline. There's no story to the game. The trailer made it seem really cool, where there's some story in it, but no, nothing. It seemed like it would be a really good story though with how the trailer made it appear, but it's just a multiplayer game. And to be honest, who in their right mind would pay $60 to play an only multiplayer game? I mean, I would pay $40, maybe $30 for it. Maybe that's how they would get a bigger base, like a fan base or a bigger community, but Blizzard has their ways of making money. I mean, like, I personally think like Diablo, I mean, it makes sense for you to charge that much for that game. But this is really like, just imagine a Call of Duty with no storyline, no extra modes. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, that's definitely way worth the $60 you spend initially just to play the game, because you get your story mode, you get your Nazi zombies, and you get the multiplayer. This is just only multiplayer. And like the whole idea of them implementing tanks, healers, and support and DPS, it's kind of like What's the point of all of that if you can't do like any sort of dungeons together? I mean, this is kind of like PvP in a way, but there should be at least a PvE in this game if they put so much work into developing all those classes and like all those different categories for the classes. In this match, we're just holding the stronghold really good, or the point objective easily, so I thought I'd include it. I mean, I wasn't really doing my best, but hey, I was doing damage, healing up members, and it was just really well balanced team. We had our tank right there, the guy that puts up the shield, and then we have a healer, and then there's me, DPS. Oh, we got killed, but the healer revived us. Did an amazing job with that revive. And then there's a tank, and I decided, take him out with my ultimate. Then there goes a Reaper using his shotguns. He's like, ha ha ha, he can't damage me. But he's dead. He's dead. And then we went into overtime, but of course we still won. I think that's a sentry tank guy. The guys they're just going to so many overtimes. And this is just like a little trick for you guys. When you get to this map, there's this corner where if you just keep walking forward, you will actually see over the ledge, so you can do some pretty serious damage. And then if they start shooting at you, you can easily walk back. So I thought I'd just show you this really quick. I mean, this is kind of broken. They should fix it. Maybe make the ledge a little bigger, or just leave it in if the developers just want to have an advantage overall. Or whatever the administrators, the GMs, because I do know GMs and administrators play the actual game. Sometimes they'll have an unfair advantage, like in Arcade, you'll play with like the game masters, and they'll have an unfair advantage with like, oh, I'll have the best gear ever. And if you're playing with them, obviously you're gonna win all the time. Or like there's this one video game called Night Online. Back in the old days, you'll play with the game masters and they'll let you like, hey, I'll let you guys check out this new boss we're about to release and see if you guys can kill it. And the thing about that game is if you die, you lose experience and sometimes levels. So if you died, they'll level you back up, or even then they'll just give you a free item. Just like, since you guys participated in that, here's a free item from him. Like, what? And it's kind of unfair, because compared to all the other players that actually have to kill that boss, you'll already have that overpowered item to use against them. And this is a sentry gun guy. Just